Even with blood relation, what God has given to me is mine. You have to go and get your own. You have to discover whatever it is that you're great at. Being a mooch and a clown don't run in my DNA.
Cardi B's latest show for her Little Miss Drama Tour is causing a bunch of stir on the timeline. I know y'all seen it, so let's get into it. We gonna come back to Ming later, but first of all, let's put some respect on everyone Cardi brought out. This was a special show in Houston, Texas, so of course, a lot of people were expecting her to bring out Megan Thee Stallion, including myself. And when Megan Thee Stallion was on tour back in 2024, I said that if she did not come out for Cardi B's tour, it would speak volumes about their relationship. And it happened. And guess what? It's still speaking volumes about their relationship, okay? So Barty Gang and Hotties, what is it that y'all were fighting over again? Trust me, I'm gonna get in y'all ass later too. But first, let's talk about what I think about it. First of all, shout out to Rob49 for pulling up to the show and performing with Cardi as well. She had quite a few guests at this show. I'm here for her bringing Meg out. Let's get into my critiques. What I didn't like about it is that I just don't like WAP. I never liked WAP. I never liked that song. So fine, I'm not mad at them performing it, but it's like, why is that the only song that they did? Now, in this segment of the show where she does WAP, she does bongos a few songs ahead of it. And honestly, child, even her own fans didn't really care for that song either. So I could kind of understand why they did not perform it together. And then usually, sometimes, remember the last time we spoke when she brought out Tyla in Los Angeles as well as Blueface. Cardi let both of those guests perform their own songs right after they performed her collaboration with them. But Megan did not do that in Houston. I don't know. I wonder like what's going into that. What was the thought process behind that? Although I'm not mad at it because I don't know. Like, who cares for Megan's music like that? She recently released a verse, and of course, she's not going to perform that because it's not her own song. But maybe the show was a bit too long anyway because of everything that happened that night. Who knows? You guys let me know your speculation in the comments. I'm not necessarily trying to start any drama, but I do notice a pattern. And like I said, I'm not mad at Megan not performing another song, although it's like when you think about what goes into a performance and coordinating two artists getting on stage together, so much goes into that, right? Megan was recently in Europe, Milan, Italy. Obviously, she made her way back to Houston. Who knows who she traveled from there? Of course, glam, makeup, hair, outfit, maybe even rehearsals. All of that takes time. And so I saw a tweet where, because I wasn't watching the show live, I was dead ass asleep. But I saw a tweet where it said Megan literally only rapped like 4 words. So y'all let me know how much of the song did she actually do. But let's also talk about their chemistry on stage. What would you rate it, y'all, out of 1 to 5? 1 being no chemistry at all, awkward. 5 being they got the utmost chemistry like back in the day. I would say about a 3.7 to a 4, maybe. Maybe I would even increase it a little more. But why it was so speculated upon if both of them would come out for each other's tour is because there has been some distance between them in the most recent years. After Megan Thee Stallion broke up with her ex-boyfriend, Partisan Fontaine, some fans expected Cardi to not work with Party anymore, although they were longtime collaborators. And obviously, she didn't stop working with Party. I didn't think that it was a super big deal because Cardi and Party had the relationship before Megan came in the picture. Also, yo, look at this again. I can tell when Megan's being fake. Like, she cheeses really hard. And that hug, let's go back again. That hug was really fast. Let's slow it down. That hug was really fast. It was a fast hug. Like, if we were really good friends, I would have hugged her tighter and for longer. But it was a really fast hug. Don't know if they were pressed for time, but it is what it is. Now, she also rose from under the stage as well. So that was cool to see. That's how all of Cardi's guests come out. And Cardi was wearing a custom outfit. She debuted a lot of new outfits on the Houston stop of the tour. So Cardi really wanted to show out for Houston, especially because she was going to have a guest. Of course, you want to, be at your best. So people are like, wow, Cardi did all of this for Houston. What is Atlanta getting or what is New York getting? So I need y'all feedback. I need y'all speculations as to what Cardi's going to do in those other cities. But most importantly, I need your reviews when it happens, especially those of y'all who are going to be in the building. If you was in the building for Houston, let me know how it was. Let me know what the crowd engagement and participation was. Let me know if people was really rapping the words and what the ambiance was like when Megan Thee Stallion popped out. So, like I said in the beginning of the conversation, this night really was important to the fans, especially because recently there has been a lot of strife on Twitter between the Barty Gang and Hottie fan bases. And so y'all think y'all be sliding under the radar and I don't be watching y'all. Yeah, I be seeing everything. So I'm really getting y'all ass in part 2 of this conversation that's going to be on Patreon. We're really going to get into it. After the show, Megan took to Twitter to post this selfie of her and Cardi, and I think this is so cute. I think it's such a good picture. They both look really good, makeup on point for the most part. Cardi, you can fix your eyebrow right there, but no shade, no tea. I love it. But then Cardi says, I love you so much. Thank you for coming. And then Megan responds saying, I love you more. Now, this is where I do feel like it's a bit disingenuous. And also, here they also cement their relationship again because this is an after party that Cardi did in Houston where she's drinking Chicas Divertidas, which is Megan Thee Stallion's alcohol brand. So, it's product promotion, product placement. Cardi B is doing Megan favors as is Megan did her favor for coming out. I was honestly thinking, guys, let me know what you guys think. Do you think that Cardi had to pay Meg? Because that's what I was thinking at first. I was thinking Cardi had to have put the bag down for Meg to come out, because Meg really be in her corner. But then I thought, Cardi came out for Megan's show in New York in 2024. And, like artists do in the industry, they do swaps favor for favor. So I wonder if this was payback for that. Either way, good. I'm glad that it happened. All in all, and Barty Gang and Hotties do let me know, I do think that it really is just a surface level relationship. Cardi has said in her own interviews that her and Megan don't speak often. And also, I think that this is for the fans and for all of the speculators like myself who speculated upon their relationship. And I think overall, it's just good for business to show unity, especially because how the fan bases are so toxic right now. And it benefits, they can have their own opinions, right? Like they can still feel like, because there's still tweets that are like, oh, Megan is fake or we're not really feeling it. And that's totally fine. But in terms of putting up a united front for the fans, I think it is a good strategy because at this point, having the fans fighting and not supporting another artist is just counterproductive for both of their businesses. It's going to serve both of their businesses for them to just be cordial. And who knows? Like, yeah, Megan called Cardi a dirty Mexican, and they probably talked about it and got past it. Who knows? Who gives a fuck? But I always love to see women supporting women. Speaking of that, of course, I know y'all saw the headlines with Nicki Minaj's little sister, Ming Lee, pulling up and popping out at Cardi B's show. So I swear to God, I'm about to do a 45-minute recording and breakdown on this on Patreon. But really quickly, it's good to see Ming enjoying herself. And I don't really have too much pushback for it. I probably wouldn't have shown up to the after party, but woo, it is causing a lot of conversation on Twitter. So I'm not even going to hold y'all too much. But in all of the conversation around Ming showing up for Cardi, I want you guys to keep in mind the status of her relationship with her older half sister, Nicki Minaj, and how that has played out in recent years in the public eye. It's always Nicki does not have to be loyal to anybody, but the whole world must be loyal to her. And hey, maybe I understand it to a certain degree, but I'll leave you guys with this. Patreon, come see me right now. This is not a drill. I'm not playing any games. Right now, I'm about to break down more of the fans' from Cardi and Megan's performance. More thoughts on that because they going in. And we are going to dissect Ming's presence at Cardi B's show and expectations if you are Nicki Minaj's little sister. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode. Make sure to click the links below. Insiders, let's go. Do not be late.
It's your girl Vina Love, the Harlem Princess, your favorite princess, and this is Destiny Below. Period.